Hi again. In reality, it's probably been 30 seconds since I did the walls. And truth, what you're seeing right here, we'll probably do in the next class. So welcome back, and let's start in on this. So what I'm looking at right now is our basic floor plan. One of the things we're going to have you do, once you've got it drawn in, I'm going to have you draw in doors and things. So let's talk about doors for a minute. We've got single hung doors, we've got double hung doors, we've got all kinds of doors. We're going to give you basic symbols. Okay. Don't get too hung up on the symbols right now. Just make sure you got the basic ones that we talked about in class. So I'm actually going to go up here and I'm going to pull down my layers and I'm going to find my doors. So here's my one doors. And I'm going to draw in a door. Now, doors are interesting things. I tell you they should swing into rooms and to adjacent walls. Now, in this building, like this one right here is a bifold, and this one right here is a single hung. And you can actually do a simple door that goes like this, attached to where the hinges are, and you can point it out straight out at 90 degrees to the door opening or at an angle of, and just tell it to go 30 inches, which is 2.5 feet, which is the door opening here. That's the simplest form to do, and that is great, and that fills our requirement. From there, I will tell you to do an arc on it. Now, I do an arc in AutoCAD, and if you do a start, center, end, because we know where it starts, we know where the center of it is, and we know where it ends, because we know it starts. And AutoCAD arcs go around counterclockwise. So I'm going to start here, center's where my hinges are, and it's going to end right here. Well, it doesn't have to. I can actually bring it out to right there, and then it shows the full arc of the door. Okay? So in all honesty, that's one of the easiest symbols to make. Now, if you want to make it more detailed, you can actually add a thickness to the door, and doors tend to be about 1 3/8 inches, 1.5 inches thick, if you want to do that. Now, bifold door right here, you can get away with. This is a 5/0 door. So I'm going to literally go out here at about, I'm going to go at about 60 degrees right here. And I'm going to cut that in half. Well, that means this goes 15 inches, and then it goes back down at the opposite 60 degrees at 15 inches. And once I do that on one side, I can literally go copy by CP, grab this by its own endpoint right here, and move it over there. Okay. And the way I did that is it's just literally, let me undo, controls, undo, Benton. Okay. I went CP for copy, enter, highlighted the shape, hit enter once, grabbed it by this endpoint, moved it to that point right there using my object snaps, clicked, and now I can copy again if I want, but I don't really want to. There it is. Same thing with this hallway. Now, I'm looking at the floor plan that I give it. For example, this one is a single hung door right here, but it's a small one. I can do the same thing I did before with a line that goes right here out at like 30, say 30, 45 degrees, but this is only 18 inches long. And then again with the arc, then I do start, center, end. Starts here, center's where the hinges are, and it's going to end somewhere right here. So that way I can see where my arcs all go. I can do that with every door in this house, and we're good to go. Next victim, I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to draw in a window. So I'm going to change my layer to my window layers, which is right down here, windows. And now I do more simple windows. Some people do horizontal and vertical sliders and stuff. I just simply say, for right now, for a window, get it in the wall. And then you can come back in and add in the dividers and add in if it's horizontal sliding or what have you by doing this if you want later. And trim out pieces like so. And there's literally a horizontal sliding window. Okay. If it's a vertical sliding window, it's going to have an upper slash and lower slash, and you can just do it, same basic way. I just simply use a rectangle because you're not going to scale it. It's just a symbol. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to divide it in half with a line from midpoint to midpoint, and then another line from midpoint to midpoint, and then one more line from midpoint to midpoint, and then I just simply use the trim, enter, enter, to get rid of, like, say, this part and this part, and I've got a horizontal sliding window. Okay, that's all there is to it. Don't overthink it. Don't make it harder than it's got to be. This one is a vertical window, and so I will typically do a window that goes like so from midpoint to midpoint, and then quite often I'll just throw in a line right here. Now, I have not put any poche in the walls. We'll talk about that at a later date. That's usually one of the last things I add just to make sure things are clear, and then we'll start dropping in symbols. Okay, thanks for your time.